Thank you.
Multi-part question. You faced penalties against America earlier this year. In what ways did that help here? And secondly, you're a Philly guy. You're a Philadelphia Union product. You've played for that team. To do what you did today against that club, how does that kind of play into the whole scenario for you?
Yeah. So the first one is with the PK shootout in Club America. There's no PK that's the same. There's no PK shootout that's the same. So that is just different game, different mindset, different everything. To be a Philly kid and play against my hometown team, it's their first final ever in MLS Cup. So it's something special. I would root for them any day of the week besides today. And I genuinely mean that. There's a lot of good people in that organization, and they mean a lot to me. So for that aspect, they have a lot of meaning in my heart, but there's something that the group of people there actually taught me. When you cross a white line, it doesn't matter who you're playing against, you play to win. So that was the mentality for everyone from start to finish. And that was my mentality, and it worked. So that's just how I train, how I play. It doesn't matter if it's a game of spike ball. I don't care who I play against. I genuinely, I like winning. I love winning.
We're going to come down here in the front row, and then followed by that, we'll go with Joseph.
Hey, John Michael with NBC. Two-part question as well to piggyback off of the Philly roots. Obviously, to come into this game, be thrust into it in the 110th minute because of Maxime's injury. To warm up very quickly, to have it go the way it goes with, conceding a goal, tying, and then you winning the MVP on the PKs. As Carlos said, it's a Hollywood script that maybe nobody would ever come up with, so I want you to tell me about that ending. And then secondly, I saw you guys FaceTiming with Maxime in the locker room. What did you say to him? What did he say to you on that FaceTime?
I'll go to the second question first. I couldn't hear him. I just saw his face, and I think we both saw each other's emotions. That's the play of the game for me. If he comes out and slides and misses them, that's 3-2, and who knows how the game's gonna end. But he made a big time decision by coming out and making that play. I'm absolutely devastated for him because it seems like it's a pretty serious injury and he's going to miss the World Cup. I don't know the extent of it, but if you come out of a game in that situation, you're not coming out for a Band-Aid. So I'm genuinely sorry. But the emotion in that phone call was just something special to have. And what was your other question? I kind of forgot it. I can hear you.
How would this Hollywood ending script that nobody could think of for you when you talk about the Philly roots, how you get in Hollywood?
Yeah. Like I said, I'm a Philly kid through and throughout. I grew up in Philly my whole life, grade school, high school, college. I know the people from that city. I know a lot of guys on that team. Some of the fans, some of the guys in Sons of Ben were texting me beforehand, some funny jokes and talking shit and whatnot. But it was just a moment that you dream of as a kid. To play in a final first off, and then to play against a team that push us all the way until the last game of the season to be in the final. I wish it was against somebody else, honestly, because I feel for the team in the city. Because if we weren't in the final and Philly was in the final, I for sure would root for them. But to be put in that moment and come on, I just was hoping we find a way to keep it clean and then save a PK and hopefully something good happens. But it's a dream come true, and I had no idea when Eli scored that it was done. I had no clue. I thought I was walking towards the goal, and Eli scared the shit out of me. Yeah, man.
We're going to go same side of the room over with Joseph Tipolito.
Joseph Tipolito, The Guardian. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
The two penalty kicks that you stopped, was that just merely a reaction on your part, or did you have an idea how each shooter was going to approach the penalty?
Okay. About it right before the PKs, what are you going to do? I'm not going to tell you what we said. I think that's fair. But we had a good conversation, and we said stick to it. Go with what you feel and what we just said. And obviously, everyone knows in the league there is moments and video on everyone. Everyone uses the same data. You can see everyone's PKs and stuff like that. So obviously, I watch film literally as I was sitting in the hot tub for pregame, warming my body up. I watched a 9-minute clip of PKs. So I'm not going to say I didn't have some type of idea, but I just went with what I thought would be good for the shootout. I'm grateful it worked. I really am. It's a dream.
We're going to come over to this side of the room. Joe, and then Ivis.
Joe Reedy, Associated Press. Congratulations, John.
Thank you very much.
Can you compare the situation you came into to other sports? I mean, is this equivalent of, you know, starting quarterback going out in the Super Bowl in overtime, and you've got to come in just what was it like?
So I'll tell you this much. I leaned over to Oka, and every 2 days we would practice PKs with the team. So twice a week, I should say, we practice PKs. And I asked him, I said, am I going to ever play in PKs? I genuinely asked him. And I said, if I am, can you please just give me a heads up? So at the start of the second overtime, I leaned forward, and I said, am I going in? He said, how much time you need to warm up? I don't know, 5-7 minutes. Okay, I'll let you know right at the 8th minute. 3 minutes later, devastated for, like I said before, what happened to Maxie, and Oka leaned over and said, there you go. So, like you said with the Super Bowl, yeah, this is a moment that is on par with that for me. It's a cup, it's your final in the league in America. It's the biggest stage you can be on. So someone got injured. Hopefully the next guy can step up in any situation, and I was able to, like I said, I was hoping to save one. I saved another, and Hogsdal unfortunately missed for him, but it worked out great for us.
Ivis.
John, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
When you were in Philly, you kind of developed a bit of a reputation for penalties, or as being a penalty saver. What makes you so comfortable in that kind of situation? And second one, in the days leading up to a final, sometimes players kind of envision scenarios of how a game might go. What was did you do that? And what was kind of the most extreme or wildest scenario that you allowed yourself to have before this? And did it fall short of what actually ended up happening?
It's crazy because, like I said before, where there was talks about going in for the PK, I kind of forgot your first question, but I'll answer your second one, and then we can go back to it. It's crazy that I talked about it with family and friends in the past 2 weeks. Hey, if PKs come around, I might have an opportunity to play. Or if something tragic happens, which did, I might have an opportunity to play. So when it came down to the final, all week, and the 3 weeks leading into it, it was just like, I want that ring. I'll do whatever it takes to get that ring. Doesn't matter how. That was just the mindset of getting that ring. And your first question again, so I don't skip it. Oh, okay. Yeah, and Phil, yeah, I gotcha. Nah, my mindset on penalties is the shooter has the best chance to score, actually. The shooter has way of a higher chance to score than he does to miss or get saved. So if I get scored on, I got 4 more chances. If I save one, hopefully that's enough to get a save and help the team. But I believe in a PK shootout, I will save one. I believe that I will give my team the best opportunity. I don't have any doubt anytime I step on the field. Yeah, mistakes are made, but I believe in myself and the team that good things will happen.
We're going to do 3 more questions. We're going to go right in a row, starting with Josh over here on the right.
John, congratulations. Teo missed the first penalty, and you're standing in goal. They score, they get ahead, and he skies it. Did that settle you down? Did that make a difference for you? And next to that, all season long, it's been next man up for this club, the bench. But you can't really do that, a goalkeeper. So how do you feel about your role through this season and having the chance to contribute in this biggest moment?
Yeah, it's crazy because Teo, in the 3 weeks of practicing, was burying the ball in PKs. He's one of the most clinical finishers I've seen in training sessions even. So for him to miss, it was just like, unlucky, like I just said to the previous reporter. It was unfortunate. Mistakes happen. Life goes on. You move on. But I think I said it in the pregame. It's the next move, next moment is what's the most important. I'm not worried about what just happened. I can't affect that. It's already done. It's already gone with. So on the next one, and it is what it is. And your first question, your second part of it?
Just next man up all season.
Next man up, I got you. Yeah, we were just sitting in the locker room, actually. A couple of the guys with John and Jordan and Ryan and one of the trainers. And I think it's true that this team's, we have a lot of stars. We do. Carlos. We do with Giorgio. We do with Gareth. Those are big-name players throughout the world, and I think everybody knows that. They've done spectacular things, and they were spectacular throughout the season. But like you said, the next man up is a mentality that I think we tried to instill within the club. And a lot of guys, when they did get their chance, you really hope they made the most of it because we don't have any bad people on this team. We have a lot of hardworking people. We have a lot of good guys. And I've been saying all season, hopefully the good guys make the most of their opportunity. And that's what our plan was. I think that's what got us where we were today is the next man up mentality.
Jonathan.
Hey, John. Jonathan Siegel from MLSsoccer.com. We've seen goalies in this league over the years go from backups or third strings, Matt Turner in New England, Brad Stuver, getting a chance in Austin. Can you take us into the mindset of a goalie and just kind of waiting for your moment? Because I said we've seen that many times with different players over this league's history.
Yeah. I just would train to win, will play to win. I have the mentality of just wanting to win. It doesn't matter, like I said, spike ball, small-sided, crossbar challenge. Whatever I do, I want to win it. I want to give it everything I have, and that's my mentality. It's always been. If my chance comes tomorrow, great. If my chance comes in 3 years, great. If my chance comes next year, if it was 2 years before, great. But I just want to do whatever it takes to win. That's just how I am. So if I get a chance, and like you said, Matt Turner he made the most of his opportunities. He deserves what he gets. I like Matt Turner and Brad Stuver a lot. Those guys put their time in, and hopefully something great comes around the corner for them, and hopefully something comes around the corner for me and a lot of other guys that put some time in to make the most of an opportunity.
Our final question is going to be over here on the right.
Thanks, John. Jay Posner with the San Diego Union Tribune. Who did you ask if you were going in?
Oh, my goalkeeper coach?
Okay.
He was, I've known him since my Philly days.
Okay. If anyone had told you at, I don't know what time it is, 6 o'clock, 6 hours, 6 hours
It's
ago.
6 o'clock?
Yeah. Hey, we all have deadlines too. Wow. If we had told you 5 or 6 hours ago that you'd be sitting in this room, or you'd be out on the field and you'd have that trophy with you, what would you have said to us?
I don't know. I think it would just be like a dream come true. I haven't lifted a trophy since I was 15 years old at Northeast Catholic. I was with just a bunch of goofballs from Philly, just playing soccer. I had a final at LaSalle. I had a final in Philly in the Open Cup. For you to say that I would hold that thing, it still doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. I believe that I would lift a trophy one day. I don't know when and where, but I just believe in hard work pays off. But if you would have told me that, yeah, I would have said it truly is a dream come true. I hope it does come to. Yeah, I hope my dreams come true.
Thank you